Aida refugee camp is one of 19 Palestinian refugee camps in the occupied West Bank and one of 3 camps in the Bethlehem area. Aida Camp is surrounded by the Israeli separation wall, 7 military watchtowers, and a permanent military base, making it a particularly vulnerable place to live. The camp covers an area of 0.071 square kilometers, with a population consisting of approximately 5,500 residents. The residents of the camp are refugees from 1948 and originate from 27 different villages in historic Palestine. The camp was established in 1950 as a result of the Nakba, or the catastrophe of 1948, when Israel was established and more than 750,000 Palestinians were forced to flee and leave their homes after Zionist militias pillaged villages and carried out massacres across historic Palestine. The UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestine Refugees, or UNRWA, was established to help and provide services for the new refugees. UNRWA rented the land from Jordan where Aida Camp was established, and the Palestinian refugees who had fled their homes and settled in the area were placed in tents where they lived for more than 6 years, with the promise to return to their villages after the conflict was over. In the beginning, 1,125 refugees lived in 94 tents. But after years of living in tents and no prospect of returning to their homes, the tents were replaced with concrete structures, and the temporary camps became permanent. Today, the residents of the camp have grown and consist of 5,500 people, spanning 4 generations of refugees. But the growing population has been forced to live in the same area as their forefathers, causing Aida Camp, like all Palestinian refugee camps, to suffer from great infrastructural issues. Due to the limitation of land and the inability to grow outwards, the residents can only build upwards. In addition to the poorly built structures that lack sound foundations, the overcrowdedness has led to a number of other issues, including lack of privacy, sanitation issues, water, and electricity shortages. After the Oslo Accords of 1993, Israel stayed in control of the Palestinian water supply. The camp's residents only receive water for 2 days every 2 weeks, and are forced to store their water in tanks on the tops of their roofs. Due to a poor electric grid and overcrowded population, the electricity infrastructure is often overloaded, causing frequent blackouts and electric fires. The camp has 2 schools funded by UNRWA, 1 boys' school and 1 girls' school. In addition to being overcrowded and underfunded, the schools come under frequent attacks by the Israeli military, who have fired live bullets and tear gas at the boys' school, which sits opposite to the separation wall. The camp as a whole has been the target of many attacks from the Israeli military over the years, leaving many with injuries, loss, traumas, and fear. It's not rare for the residents to experience gunfire, tear gas, raids, and arrests in the camp. A 2017 study by the University of California, Berkeley found Aida Camp to be the most tear-gassed place in the world. In 2015, Abdurrahman, a 13-year-old boy from the camp, was shot and killed at the camp's entrance by an Israeli sniper stationed at the permanent military base at the camp's western entrance. Abdurrahman was standing on the side of the road with his friends after school, still wearing his school bag and uniform when he was shot. Human rights organizations demanded an investigation. However, his killers have never been held accountable. The camp also struggles from high levels of poverty and an unemployment rate of 40%. As a result of the separation wall, many job opportunities were lost as many camp residents couldn't access the Israeli job market, nor could they find work in the poor Palestinian economy. The circumstances in the camp make it crucial for the residents, especially children and youth, to have a recreational space where they can not only develop their skills and well-being, but help build a sense of community and belonging. Aida Youth Center was founded in 1968 as the first community center in the camp. It was established with the main purpose of improving the living conditions of the community and helping to build a future for the camp's youth. The center was closed for 5 years in the Second Intifada after the Israeli military demolished the building and completely destroyed the center. The center successfully reopened and has not closed its doors since. Today, the center has 4 major units: art, education, advocacy, and sports. The education program offers after-school learning for children who have weak achievement in school and for those with learning difficulties. As part of the art program, the children are taught to play musical instruments as a way of coping with their living situations. The center has succeeded in establishing a musical band for female youth and also puts on other art programs such as comic book creations, handicrafts, and others. As part of its advocacy efforts to educate and inform visitors about the situation in Palestine, the Youth Center has created an interactive information center that tells the history of Palestine and the camp itself. Through the sports program, the center has established a football academy with more than 140 children participating and training twice a week. In addition to its primary programs, the center also puts on different activities aimed not only at providing relief to the local refugee community, but engaging them in local social, economic, and political issues. The center strives to provide the children and the youth with a safe environment to grow up, where they can help create a better future for themselves and their community.